Kismet.
Hey, so I'm doing this thing where I'm talking. I promise I won't do this too often, but I figured that it would make this makeup series more coherent if I did a little intro and explain why I want to do all of this and what it's all about. So I'm just trying to do this makeup series where I try more unconventional makeup looks, things that are quote unquote more editorial. The main purpose is just because I am so used to, on an everyday basis, doing a very particular kind of makeup. Like, I have small eyes. So I therefore have to do very certain things so that my makeup can accentuate my eyes so I can feel as if I am conventionally beautiful like everyone else that I see. You know, that's like just internally how I feel. Obviously, like, you know, I'm pretty to some, I'm ugly to some, doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, I've always wanted to be that person that just like slaps on some blue or some red and, you know, is unafraid to try new things. But I've always felt like, oh, if I do those things, my eyes will look small and therefore I will look ugly. So that's why I can't do those kinds of makeup looks. Like, it's an excuse for me to try something new and to hopefully to encourage other people to embrace their beauty and try other looks, even if you have small eyes or whatever you're given, to try something different, something new. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoy the tutorial. Let's get started. So yeah.
So today I'm going to be doing a look from Tom Ford's Spring Summer Runway of 2018, also known as Thumbprint Liner. Essentially a cat wing, but think bigger, bolder, rounder, and a lot more forgiving with a side of glitter. So first things first is you want to start off with a fresh, clean palette, so get that skincare routine in and clip your hair back if you need to. For foundation, I'm using Maybelline Super Stay Foundation Stick. It's super lightweight, matte formula, which is great for oily skin, but can be a little bit too dry for drier skin, so just be warned. For bronzer, I'm using Glossier's Haloscope in Topaz. It's actually a highlighter, but it swatches darker on my face than it did in the store on my hand. But obviously I didn't want it to go to waste because these things are a little expensive and sometimes you just gotta make do. For eyebrows, I use Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo in medium brown. I fill out the best that I can, but I'm obviously not the best at it. Don't shoot me, please. So for the base, I'm going to be using a Tarte palette handed down to me by a friend, which I believe was part of the Glitz Glamour set. And we want to start off with a neutral base, preferably a shade slightly darker than your natural skin tone, and then just apply that all over the lid. Next, we're going to take a darker brown with red undertones and apply that on the bottom third of your upper lid and also pull it all across your bottom lid. Then to add more depth, we're going to apply a dark purple and apply to the same areas as we did with the brown shadow. Afterwards, we're going to go super dark with a near black brown shadow and really concentrate this at the bottommost part of your upper lid and all across your bottom lid, really making sure to also get the inner corners as well. And we're really wanting to add depth, so we're going to go with an even darker purple and apply that to the same areas we applied the brown eyeshadow. And now for the hard part, outlining the thumb or wing. We want to use at least a decent black shadow that you can layer on your lid, meaning not immediately translucent after you apply that first layer. And as you start applying, make sure to fill it into that cat eye shape. It's okay if it's not perfect because we're rounding it out anyways into this sort of egg shape, sort of like when you've turned your eyes into panda eyes, but this time on purpose. And don't worry if it's not completely blacked out yet. We're going to use L'Oreal's Infallible eyeshadow in Eternal Black and just pack it on into that shape that we've already made for ourselves. And about after 1 to 2 layers, it should start looking like this. And to kick it up a notch, I'm using Black Glitter by Eco Glitter Fun, which is a really cool brand because they make glitter made out of biodegradable cellulose film, which means it's both vegan and plastic free because, fun fact, most glitter is made out of plastic, which, as we all know, is very bad for the environment. But putting the environmental rant aside, just pack on the glitter into the shape that you've already made and it should look a little like this. Then we're going to go back and use the L'Oreal Eternal Black shadow and line the outer corners of our bottom lid. And personally, I like to go back and conceal my under eye area just to clean it up a little bit. Afterwards, we're going to go back in and apply a light brown under the eye just to soften the black that we put on our bottom lid. Admittedly, I have a weird routine for my lashes. I first go in with Maybelline's Lots of Lashes mascara for my bottom lashes, curl my top, then go back in with Revlon Super Length mascara for the bottom. Then I tuck my eyelash curler into the pit of my arm over my shirt, of course, and wait for it to warm up using my body heat and do other things like blush. I really like to use this rosy shade because it adds warmth to my face without being too obnoxious. And then I'll go back in and curl my top lashes and finish it off with a coat of Maybelline's Lots of Lashes mascara for both the bottom and top. This is optional, but I'll usually dot some freckles using shades from earlier, and I'll put them in the center of my face like so. Last but not least, we should put some color on our lips. I'm using the shade Echo Park from ColourPop, which is a really nice peachy pink nude color. And we are done. Overall, I think it's a really easy look to do, and it's super wearable. I can see myself wearing this to a concert, formal events, even just a casual hangout. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.